Hello everyone, welcome to Analytics with Asmi.
Today in this video, we are going to deal with the Power Query challenge for a pivot table. Sometimes we get a data in a pivot table form. Here you can see the data. Okay, so here you can see we have three columns: date, then location we can see here, and sales in the middle you can see. So we have to transform these in a Power Query editor. So in this video, we are going to deal with this challenge. So it is always a myth that you will get your data in exactly right format and in a clean format. But it does not happen in a real time. So in real time you may get a data sometimes in this pivot table form. So we have to use here unpivoting in the Power Query editor to deal with this challenge. So let's see how we can do that. Now here you can see I have opened this Power BI desktop application, and here in the home you will get this option transform data to open a Power Query editor. Just click on this and go to the transform data. Now Power Query editor will get open here. Now we have to import the data here. So for that you go to this home and here click on this new sources, and we are going to import the Excel here. Just click on that and then select the file. Now I'm just clicking on it and click on OK. Here you can see the preview of the file here. Okay, and click on OK. Now our data is successfully imported here. Now in this data you can see that date are in rows, and if you are moving across we can see the area and the region name, and in the middle we can see this sales volume, and if you go down here we will get the subtotal as well, as we are dealing with the pivot table. Okay, so let's transform this using unpivoting in a Power Query. And so at the end of the video we will see only the four columns. So what four columns we are going to see? One is the date, then area, region name, and the fourth column will be a sales volume. So let's do it now. First of all, let's get rid of the change type, and also get rid of these promoted headers so that we can see our original data. Now we can see our original data. Now here we can see that we don't need this first line. Okay, this is not needed. So to remove this, what we can do here, we'll go to the home and go to this remove rows. Just click on that, remove top rows. It will remove the top rows. Now we want to remove just the first row, that's why I'm writing here 1 and click on OK. Now our top row is been removed. Now if you can see the data, here we have a north area, and in this north area we have these three regions. So these three regions are coming in this north area. So we want not in this here in this row all over here. So to do that we can use a fill function which is present in a transform tab. So if you go here you will get this fill function, but if I click this drop down, here you will get down and up, but we want here on the right hand side. Okay, we want to fill these cells, right? So for that what we need to do, we can flip this entire table around. Basically we are going to do the transpose here. So instead of things going from west to east or from from left to right, they will go up to down, exactly how we needed here. So for that we need to use the transpose function. So if you don't know what is transpose, let me explain it first. Transpose means to flip a table such that the row become column and column become rows. Now here in the data you can see that year is in the rows. Here you can see the all 3 years in a row and product in a column. But after using the transpose function, now here you can see that product are present in a rows and the year present in a columns. So here we are using the transpose function. So what is the use of this? This is helpful when you want to rearrange the way the data is displayed, or if you need to perform calculations on data that is not organized the way you need it. So here in the Power Query editor we will be using this function transpose to flip our data. Now let's use this transpose function in our data. Now here you have to open the transform tab, and here you will get this transpose function. It will flip our data. Just click on that. Now you can see our data is flipped. Now you can see the north here and you can see the null values. So we want to fill these values, right? Wherever null are present, we want a north here. So you just have to click any cell. So I'm clicking here the grand total and go here in the flip and just click on this down so that you can see wherever the null were present. Now we can see the north here. Okay, so this is done. Now next what? Now here in the column 2 you can see some null values. That's why we can see a total. So let's replace this null value with the subtotals. For that what we have to do, you have to just click on this column and here you will get replace values. Okay, here the replace value you can see in the ribbon as well. Okay, but I am using this one. Just use this replace values and instead of this null we want here subtotals. Okay, and click on OK. Now you can see we are seeing the subtotals over here. Now next what? Now here you can see these two column fields are going down and one field is going across, which is a date field. Okay, now we can use here the unpivoting function which is present in a Power Query editor. Okay, so if you don't know what is unpivoting, let me explain it first. First, let us understand what is pivot, then we will see what is unpivot. Okay, so what pivot is doing? It is turning and rotating around a central point. Okay, so in Power Query Editor, pivot is a transformation step that allows you to transform the table by rotating its column into rows and rows into columns and aggregating the data based on the values in those columns. So it looks similar to the transport, but here the only difference is here we are aggregating the data. Okay, so the pivot turns the table sideways and combines the data, while transport just flip the data sideways without changing the data. So in the pivot, we are getting the aggregated values. Here you can see here in the table we have a region, product and sales, and here you can see east region is there, west in the two rows. Okay, and here we have some values here. But after converting into a pivot, we are getting the aggregated value for east and west. Here you can see it is flipped. Along with that, we are getting the aggregated values here. Okay, and what is happening in the unpivoting here? It is opposite to the pivot. Okay, so here we have a pivoted table, and when we are unpivoting it, we are getting something like this. This is an aggregated form, but here for the A, we can see the individual values. Okay, so we will get attribute and value. Two columns will get here after unpivoting. Okay, hope you understood it now. Now let's use that unpivoting concept here in a Power Query editor. Before that, we need to make this date as a first row. So for that, what you have to do, you have to go here in the home, you will get this option, use first row as a header. Otherwise here also, if you click on this, you can see use first row as a header. So I am clicking on that and now you can see our date row is our first row now. Okay, here you will get the chain type, which is the default one. You can just remove this one. Now we can use the unpivoting. So for that, again we have to go to the transform tab and here you will get unpivot columns. Just click on this drop down. Here you will get these three options: unpivot columns, unpivot other columns, and unpivot only selected columns. So we are going to use this unpivot other columns. Now first change the name of these columns. Now we can see this is a area. So we will rename it, name as a area. Okay, and this is not date now. Okay, so we will convert this into regions. Okay, now highlight these two columns. Okay, and we just want to unpivot the other columns. So just select these two columns. Okay, and just go here, unpivot column and unpivot other columns. Yeah, now here you can see we got this 4 column, but we got it 2 column headers as a attribute and value. So we have a area column, we have a region column, we have a attribute which is a date. So let's change this to a date, and these are the sales volume. So we got all the 4 columns as per our requirement, which was the we wanted this 4 column only: area, region, date and sales volume. Okay, but now if you if we can say that the data type is not correct, so we can change the data type. Here we will write the whole number. Okay, and here also we can change the date here. So if I'm changing it to a date data type, it is changing. Now if you go down here, one issue is there. If you can see, if I'm going down, yeah, here you can see we are getting the error. Why we are getting error? Because we are getting here the total, subtotals, grand total. We don't want this, so we want to remove this. So for that, what we can do, we can replace it with dates, as this is a date column. Now this is a error, so we can use a replace error function. Okay, so let's use this replace error. Okay, and we have to put here the value. But if I am putting any date here, suppose I want to put here the date, okay, so it will not take. Okay, so we have to put here the null value. So instead of that, we will put here null and click on OK. Okay, now if we go down and check whether we are getting a null value or not, yeah, here you can see we are getting the null value. But if you now close and apply, if you are doing the close and apply, and if you are creating any chart, you will get this subtotal. Okay, we don't want this because it can cause a outlier. Okay, we will not get a correct results. So we want to remove this. So for removing this row, what we can do here, just right click on here, go to the date filters and just click on does not equal to, and your null value will get deleted and row is not present now. Okay, the row is deleted now. So now our data is perfect and we can create a visualization by using this data. So this is how we have transformed a raw data which was a pivot table into this clean format. Okay, from which we can create now the visualization by using unpivoting function present in a Power Query editor. Hope you understood how to deal if you get such challenges in a real time. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.